Hey guys, it's Spencer, Cool Money or Not, and I am here with Jen Haley, the lead judge of Crystal Brush Competition, and our overall winner of the $10,000 in the gold crystal brush this year, Kirill Kanaev.
Yes, right.
Trying very hard. And your winning piece was the Crimson Fist first company captain.
Captain, right.
I got it.
Right.
I got it. An incredible piece.
Yes, thank you very much.
There's a lot to talk about with this piece.
Yeah, sure.
But let's start with just a general overview of the piece, what you were thinking when you started painting it and sculpting it, everything that you did going into this piece, just kind of a general, for not only what you were thinking, what drove you, inspiration, but also how long did this piece take you to do?
Okay. It's really long work. I started 3 years ago. It's
3
a commission work.
years?
Yeah, 3 years. I work with big inspiration, therefore it's very long process. 3 years, it's not whole time that I made it. Just working apart 1 month and second month, 3 months, just several days. But in any case, it was really long work, and I just waiting a real good inspiration, because it's a very important project for me. I just tried to making something really whoa.
It was whoa.
Yeah.
I think you made it.
Yeah, I hope so, yeah. And I just a big fan of the 30K, Warhammer 30K. It's my, I think it's my first love in the hobby. I start to paint historical models every time. A very long time ago, it was middle of the 80s. But in the middle of the 90s, I first time look into the Warhammer. It's what's absolutely amazing things, and it's just good to my brain. I can't forget it. It's my forever love.
Yeah.
And I try to make just really something amazing that nobody can repeat.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever repeat it.
Yeah. So let's talk about the process of where did you start with this piece? Because you said to take about 3 years, not constant work, but 3 years of work, and it's not a pre-made model. That is something that you've.
Yeah, it's a full scratch build.
And I should probably point out that some competitions take conversion and sculpting into account when judging. This was entirely on the painting.
Yeah. So even though it is a full scratch build, that doesn't even weigh in the factor. But it's interesting to know. So let's talk about where you started and what drove your inspiration for the full scratch build.
Okay, so my favorite subject in the 30K is Terminator armor, because they huge, large surface, and possible to make a really rich decoration. And in the same time, I'm trying to make things that looks alive.
Yeah.
For example, if you look into the movies, modern blockbusters, historical blockbusters, you see that the heroes, they are very charismatic persons.
Yeah.
And I try to combine this subject of 30K with this kind of movies, and I just choose a person. Yeah, I had made a casting for the.
Casted your.
For the captain. I think about it long time. And I think that Daniel Craig is a winner of this casting.
I think one of the
Maybe it
things
should have been 007 company?
Yeah. I think that everyone who saw it was even just like, yeah, that's perfect. That would be the guy, right? Because he's this huge, perfectly very handsome, square, very strong jawline character, and that's perfect for it. So
yeah, exactly for Space Marine.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, and it's so realistic, right? The way he's sculpted and everything like that.
Yeah.
And again, we're talking about this simply because it's a feat of incredible skill, and it's not even what won the competition for you.
Some
That was
people
entirely additional.
Yeah. So let's talk about then. So that's incredible, and so how just the sculpting alone? Do you know how long that took you?
So
Just the sculpting alone before paint.
yes. just a sculpting. And after I making some really amazing with some kind of extra details,
Yeah.
sculpted, exactly sculpted.
Yeah, so how long do you think that, how long?
How long? I don't care. I just can't count.
Don't count hours.
You just, I don't want to know. All right, okay. So let's talk about the sculpting's done. Let's talk about the paint job, the decision in the paint job. What inspired what you did with it, and again, kind of drove. You've given us inspiration for the sculpting and the character, but where did the paints come alive, and why did you choose what you chose to do with them and stuff like that?
Okay, first I tried to find some good combination of colors, and I think that best combination for me is dark blue and the crimson fist. Looks really impressive. And I tried to find some reference for the freehands that can really inspire me. It was a Gothic medieval armor, some kind of Gothic architecture, some kind of medieval fine art. And I just try to repeat all this stuff on these models because they have really huge surface, really big exactly for freehands. Some freehands sculpted and some freehand just painted over the surface. Yeah, because I prefer to mix these two techniques. When I paint freehands, it looks more fine than I can sculpt it. Because I'm using metallics, and metallics not always looks nice on the very small relief. So I just combine this technique for the making more accurate looking of freehands.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're going to say that a lot.
Yeah, I think many people can use it technique for
Yeah.
their own works. Why not?
Yeah, and the skin on the face and everything is just amazing.
Yeah.
And making so many different textures look real. The fabric, even with the freehand designs on it, looks like fabric with patterns on it. The armor with weathering looks like weathered armor
Yeah.
with the metallics, and the skin looks like skin, and hair looks like hair. And
Yeah, and I guess the next question would be for you, Jen, which would be, what caught the judge's attention? Although I think you've kind of laid a lot of it out right there.
everything he's talked about, and I think it has one of the qualities of a really wonderful model. When you look at it, you see a character, you see something that is alive. You don't look at it and think that's a miniature. You look at it and you think, oh, there's a space marine,
Yeah.
and it just had a sense of presence that was quite impressive.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Apart from all the technical skill that went into rendering the painting itself. Aesthetically, the balance and the composition of him were very, very beautiful. In the model on 360 degrees, just looked perfect everywhere. And yet like he was natural, not posed like a mannequin in a store.
Yeah, so I mean, I think we were blown away. I think everyone that saw it was very impressed. So,
Thank you.
so the question is, do we see another entry from you 3 years from now?
I think yes.
Well,
Great.
great. Well, thank you so much and congratulations.